Hey there, I'm Ashley, founder of the WAHM Daily, where I am documenting my journey as a work-at-home mom, which I've been doing since our oldest child was born in 2014. I'm not part of any MLMs and I have nothing to sell you. Today I'm sharing 2 practical tips for working at home with children. So first is schedule your day. There are so many ways that you could approach this, but 2 things that have worked well for me in different seasons of life are time blocking and a daily rhythm. Time blocking, the first one, is where you assign every hour of the day to a specific task. So 5 to 7 a.m. is your morning work time. 7 to 8 is breakfast and getting the kids ready. 8 to 10 or 11 is playtime, then lunchtime, school time, so on. So all of the things that are part of your day, you assign to a certain time or time block. That works really well, except for the fact that when you are at home with small children, it can be really hard to stick to a really strict schedule. Children are little people, not robots. And so if you are finding yourself constrained or you're finding yourself stressed or anxious because, my schedule says we have to be doing this right now, then I highly encourage you to consider a daily rhythm. This is how my schedule is organized right now, and I'm still sorting out our rhythm for this fall as we figure out all the different things that will be part of our week with homeschool enrichment programs starting up and play dates and things like that. So a daily rhythm is similar to a time block where you have essentially a list of all of the items that make up your day, but instead of assigning specific times to each one, you just have your general overview. Now, I typically have general times associated with some of the kind of keystone parts of our day. For example, my morning work time, lunchtime, my son's afternoon nap, that kind of thing. But a daily rhythm allows you to be a bit more flexible, to fluctuate with your family's needs, with errands, with your work needs, and still get things done that you need to, that are important to you, but not feel so tied down to a certain time, a certain schedule, and that kind of thing. So that is my first tip, is to schedule your day. Second is silence the noise. I started doing this earlier this year where I really locked down my phone and the notifications that I get and the apps that I have on my phone, and it has made a huge difference. So the first thing that I did was go through my personal inbox and unsubscribe from a ton of emails and things that aren't relevant to my life right now, that I don't need to get their marketing emails or their weekly email, whatever it may be. And then I turned off email notifications. I really don't get any emails that are urgent or super timely where I need to get the notification so I can respond right away. Sometimes if I am watching for something, I am perhaps checking my phone to check email a little bit more often, but I still don't need the notifications on. And that has allowed me to be a lot more intentional with email also, because then when I check my email, I'm checking email for the purpose of reading the emails, not just doing a quick scroll, marking it as unread with the great intention of coming back to it later. So now the emails that I'm subscribed to, I actually read, because I have that time set aside to check email, to read those emails, and then learn, be educated, whatever it is that I am subscribed to that email for. And then the other thing that I did, which is perhaps more, radical these days, was I deleted social media from my phone. I deleted Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest from my phone on June 30th of 2022. And I have accessed those a bit from my computer, but I find that my time doesn't just suddenly disappear. I'm not endlessly scrolling. I'm not using social media as a way to check out when things are kind of hectic or when I feel like I need a minute to myself. And so not only have I silenced a lot of noise that way, but I'm protecting my time, and I am more focused on what's right in front of me instead of like checking what other people are doing or trying to just check in on things. And there are times that I kind of miss it. I'm not sharing nearly as much on social media. I haven't posted on Instagram since then. I have hardly posted on Facebook, but it's kind of like cutting it way back so that I can determine what role I want that to play in my life, and then bring it back in with a healthy boundary when I feel like the time is right for that. So those are my 2 practical tips for working from home. Create some kind of schedule, whether it's flexible, rigid, you decide what works best for you and your family, and silence the noise. Figure out what things in your life are just creating a lot of noise and not adding much value, and either setting a boundary or cutting it out altogether, or something to help minimize that extra noise that isn't serving you in this season of life.